How's it going? Ryan here at eTrailer.com. Today on our 2018 Ford Focus, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Roadmaster battery charge line kit. So this is what the charge line kit is going to look like. Now the reason a charge line kit is beneficial to you is because whenever you're flat towing your vehicle, the braking system is actually going to be hooked up to your vehicle's battery, and that's where it's going to get its power from. So over time, as you're driving down the road for hours, this battery is going to be constantly getting drained and not charged back up. Well, with the charge line kit, it's going to use the power that is generated by your motorhome's charging system to run it back and more or less trickle charge your battery. That way, whenever you get to your campsite and disconnect, you're not going to have to worry about your battery in your car being dead, potentially have to go around and ask for a jump to get it going, and it's going to eliminate the need every so often to have to stop on your road trip, get out, start your car up, make sure everything's good. With this is something you're not going to have to worry about. Now, one of the main questions we get from our customers is if it's going to affect their motorhome's battery. And the answer is no. And that's because this is only going to charge your towed vehicle's battery whenever the motorhome is running. So just to give you a little bit better idea of how it's actually going to charge your vehicle's battery, is it's going to get power from your motorhome 7-way when it's running, and it's going to travel through your wiring into your electrical connector here at the front of your vehicle. In our case, we're using a 6-way. So the wiring that comes with the charge line is actually going to plug into the back of the 6-way, and then that's just ran up here into the engine compartment to a breaker. Now the purpose of the breaker is to only let the electrical current flow one way. That way you don't have to worry about your vehicle's battery backfeeding and affecting your motorhome or anything like that. So that power from the motorhome 7-way goes into the breaker, carries on to the other side, and the wire gets ran up to the positive battery terminal. So overall, really simple component that many people don't really think about until they experience that dead battery situation. Well, with the charge line kit, this is something you're not going to have to worry about. And as a bonus, it's going to be really easy to get installed. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and do that together now. To begin our installation, we're going to be working underneath the hood here on the driver's side. Now I do want to point out, you don't have to have your fascia and headlights and all this removed to get this job done. I'm just installing this in conjunction with many other braking system components, and so I chose to do it now while I still have a little bit more room to work. First thing we're going to need to do is find a spot to mount our breaker. So over here on the driver's side along our core support, that's a perfect spot. So I went ahead and just found that spot and put a couple dots there to kind of give me a reference point. Now to get this secured, I'm going to take the included self-tapping tech screw and drill them into the core support. Now I went ahead and ran our included power wire down to our 6-way, and this is the path that I took. Just went behind the core support, down along through here. There's going to be a small opening kind of next to our radiator hose. I dropped it through there. It comes out right there behind our base plate, and I just followed the base plate over, bringing it through our 6-way cover right there to our plug. So now we're going to plug this end into our 6-way. So to do that, we're going to strip back some of this insulation and twist those wires tight. And if you grab our 6-way plug, we're going to put it into the center terminal. So go ahead and back off that set screw. We'll push our wire in, and then just tighten it down. I do recommend using some dielectric grease to help kind of protect these terminals. So I will put some on. Go ahead and pop the cover back on. Now you can secure your 6-way. Now back up here to our breaker, we can start connecting our wires to it. So first thing you're going to want to do is just take these nuts off the studs on the breaker and just set those aside. And then we can take our wire and just kind of eyeball the length of it. And the first one that we're going to be doing, this is going to be the side that runs to our 6-way plug. So we'll cut off the extra wire, strip it back. And what we're going to do is take one of the included ring terminals, one of the smaller ones, slide that on over the wire, crimp it down, and this is going to go, like I said, to the terminal here that's gold in color, and it's also labeled battery or BAT. Slide that over and get our nuts started. At this point, we can grab that extra length of wire that we trimmed off, and we're also going to crimp on a ring terminal on one of the ends. And this one's going to go on the silver post. We'll take our nut and just tighten it down hand tight for now as well. And here's the path that I took to run our wire over to the positive battery terminal. Just down along through this opening and up into the battery compartment. Now that we have our wires roughly ran, we can tighten our nuts down. But what I like to do is just kind of angle the ring terminals in the best fashion. That way they're not really going to have any stress on them or anything like that. We kind of hold it in place and just snug them down. Now back up to the battery compartment, we can take our wire and kind of just cut it to length. So looks like we're pretty close, we only have to take a little bit off. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with this ring terminal. Since the battery post, the nut, is not designed to come completely off, we're not going to be able to slip this ring terminal over it. So what I'm going to do is just cut out a small opening. That way we can loosen the nut up, slide that into it, and then tighten it back down. Other than that, all you'd simply do is grab a couple of zip ties and secure your wiring for a cleaner install look. And that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the Roadmaster battery charge line kit on our 2018 Ford Focus.